against Man City, not particularly, but maybe we can catch Man City on an off day. They had a slow start to last season, and maybe
didn't look great in the Charity Shield.
And they've got players. De Bruyne's out, Foden's out. Sterling's still coming back from the Euros. I don't think he's played yet in pre-season. Walker, I don't think he's played yet in pre-season. So they've got players coming back from the Euros as well. So I think there is a chance we can get a result on Sunday. We'll get into that later, I guess, in the week. But I do think that there's hopefully with Romero coming in, that's definitely step in the right direction in the transfer market. So maybe there is some positivity yet to come through in this window. If Kane signs a new contract and puts to bed any chance of him leaving this summer, I think that would be extremely positive.
What would you rate our transfer window as it stands right now? Let's say, make the assumption that Kane stays for the rest of the season. What rating would you give the transfer window?
Right now?
If it's shut today.
If it's shut today, probably a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I'd go even lower than that, you know? 3 or 4 for me.
Yeah, you can't. Right now is nowhere near enough. You know, still having Sissoko, Aurier on the books. Still, not having a replacement for centre mid or right back as well. It wouldn't be enough for me. It just wouldn't be enough to go into the season confident we can achieve our goals.
Essentially, we're weaker off than we were last season. So, as it stands, we are. We don't have a replacement striker. Toby Alderweireld's gone. Lamella's gone. Attacking option off. And we've only brought in Brian Hill, which remains to be seen how long he's going to take to bed in, and Christian Romero, who's come a bit injured as well.
Yeah, he's come a bit injured, but that's not going to affect us for the whole season. It's a niggling injury, so I think he'll either miss Man City and be back for Wolves, or he might even be fit for City. We don't know, but unlikely.
Let's hope so.
Do I think we're worse off? I think on paper we are, but I don't think we actually are. I do think we're better off right now, because I think people see things sometimes very black and white in that sense, but maybe they don't take into account the fact that Nuno could potentially improve the players who weren't performing as well last season. And if he can do that, which I'm hopeful he can, then I think we're better off. Even right now as we stand, I think we're better off than we are last season.
What's the bare minimum for you from now until the end of the transfer window? The absolute bare minimum for us to, let's say, make a top 4
to make
challenge.
A top 4 challenge, I think we need to get rid of Aurier and Sissoko and get a right back and a centre back in, and a centre mid. Sorry, probably get rid of Sanchez. To make top 4, we need to get rid of one of Sanchez and Dyer and bring another centre back, and then we need a striker. That's the bare minimum for me to make a top 4 challenge.
Centre back, right back, and striker. No centre mid, no attacking player,
and centre mid as well.
And centre mid. So 4 players.
Yeah.
And 2 out, you're saying? 2 out. 4 in, 2 out.
3 out.
3 out.
Sissoko,
Aurier, and Sanchez.
Sanchez or the one of Sanchez or Dyer, probably Sanchez. To make a top 4 challenge, that's the bare minimum. If we want more than that, you probably want another winger or creative player in the mix. You probably want to get rid of Doherty and get another right back in there, and then maybe you're thinking they could be higher than 4th. But I think if we do that bare minimum, maybe I think that's what you need to challenge for 4th.
And do you think we'll do that?
No.
What do you think we will do?
I reckon, which is why I think we're going to fall short of top 4. I reckon we're going to. I don't know why I've got this feeling, but I've got a feeling.
You know exactly why you got this feeling.
Yeah, I've got for Daniel. I reckon we're keeping both Sanchez and Dyer, and it's just going to be a Romero. I reckon we sell Aurier and get in Tomiyasu, and I reckon we sell Sissoko, and we probably view Skip as his replacement. I reckon, and I reckon Kane stays. And do we sign another striker? I don't know.
So you think the only player we'll bring in from now to the end of the window is Tomiyasu?
I hope I'm wrong.
Really? You think that's the only player we're going to bring in?
Depending on outgoings.
Yeah. I mean, with all this talk about how we've put in a bid for 70 million for Martinez and all this kind of stuff, does that not show to you that we are willing and looking to spend more money this window?
Not if Kane signs a new contract, I don't know.
He's coming to play with Kane. Did you not read the memo?
I read. I'm trying to get everyone excited. I don't know. maybe I'm not giving the board enough credit, but they always seem to let us down. Always seem to let us down. They give us promises and then they let us down all the time.
I get where you're coming from, because we've been here, we've done that, we've got the T-shirt. But for some reason, I feel it's a bit different this window. I could be completely off the mark, but, you know, every single year we fall for it, don't we? We fall for Enix games. We fall for Daniel Levy's tricks. And to be honest, I'm falling for it again. I'm not going to lie. But it's exciting at the moment in terms of putting 70 million bids in for Lautaro Martinez and stuff like that, and being linked with the players we're linked with at the moment. But yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, we just need to take a step back and see what actually does come through the door and what actually does happen, because we've seen it all before.
Every time it's like they get us excited about these potential bids and potential players, and then look how close we were. We were so close. If we didn't run out of time, if it wasn't for the image rights, if it wasn't for this or that, we would have got this player. And then we make a whole PR thing about how it was so close about getting this player, and then we end up not getting the player, and then we end up always short for the start of the season. I'm just sick of always believing the hype of these signings and them not coming off, and then end up being disappointed. And I just feel like a lot of the time maybe these prospective signings are just things put out to the press to try and get from a PR standpoint, try to look like we're doing stuff when actually we're not that serious about it. And it happens a lot.
Yeah, it does happen a lot. It happens literally over and over again with Tottenham Hotspur.